Hey, what's up, guys? It's School Misfit and this motherfucker.
What?
Exactly. So, I got a Search and Destroy gameplay, and I am god awful at Search and Destroy, but this is the best I've ever done. So, if it's really shitty, just don't watch the gameplay. It's whatever. But, anyways, I got a life story for you, and I brought a friend along to tell it. So, what are we talking about today, Jake?
Benny's an asshole.
I call this segment Benny in the Skull. Benny in the Skull. Okay, but anyways, explain, Jake.
Benny's an asshole.
What Benny isn't an asshole.
I don't know. He's an asshole.
Okay, so we're in art class one day and we're supposed to be drawing a skull for a watercolor project. And what does Benny decide to do with the skull, Jake?
Well, apparently now he's a licensed orthodontist and can do whatever the fuck he wants, including.
And what does that entitle?
Oh, ripping out teeth.
Exactly, ripping out the teeth. Teeth. And what does that do?
The ripping and the tearing.
Ripping and the tearing. But anyways, he rips the teeth out and he throws them across the room. And I go and I collect them about 5 times. And every 5 times, every time I go and get the teeth, what'd he do? What'd he do, Jake?
He'd pick them up and he'd throw them again like an asshole.
Like an asshole. Well, I finally gave up, and the next day came. We're just sitting in art class. We go out in the art class, and none of our stuff is on the shelves. Why wasn't none of our stuff on the shelves, Jake?
Well, apparently when you steal shit, you get people's attention, so the teacher thought you'd try that one out.
And it worked. It worked very well. But anyways, we get pulled out into the hallway, and before the doors even shut, we all start doing what, Jake?
Cracking the balls off.
Cracking our balls off. Kind of like that. But we start laughing, and the teacher comes out. She's like, "Oh, blah blah blah. Go talk to the bio teacher. We borrowed that skull from him, and he's very disappointed in you guys. I haven't told anybody else. The only people who know about it is us and biology teacher and me. So me, Benny, and Jake walk down the hallway to go to the bio room, and we run into none other than what's his face. I don't know what he does at school. What does he do?
Pretty sure he's the assistant principal.
He's the assistant. We run to the assistant principal, or whatever. I don't care. And he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And Benny's like, "Oh, we're just going to the bio room." He's like, "Oh, about the skull?" And then immediately we know someone was lying. Who was lying, Jake?
The art teacher.
The art teacher.
Stop trying.
I'm not trying. But anyways, we go to his room. He sits us down, and he's saying he starts talking to Benny about how disappointed he is in all of us. It's like, "Well, Benny, I had a fun time with you last year, making sure you got all your homework assignments in and whatnot." And he's like, "Jake, I don't remember having any problems with you." And then he looks at me, and what's he to say, Jake?
What about Calvin?
He didn't even say my name. He didn't know my name. Remember that? He looks at me, he's like, "I don't remember you." I'm like, "What? I had him as a teacher. That's the thing. That's ridiculous." That pissed me off. Because every day in his class, I'd have to raise my hand. Only person in the whole entire class that actually had to raise their hand to show that I was there. Because he didn't care. But he starts talking. What does he start saying, Jake?
Well, apparently, when you pull the teeth out of a skull that's got some kind of voodoo magic attached to the art teacher, you cause cancer. You cause cancer, folks. Don't pull out teeth.
What is Jake is saying is our bio teacher was blaming our art teacher's cancer on us because she had cancer and came back to teach us. That's the thing. Teeth cause cancer. And what was he asking us for? What did he feel he deserved?
Well, between $80 and $150. $80 for a new individual skull and $150 for an entire new skeleton.
case none of you knew, that is a fuck ton of money to high school students without jobs. He also asked us for a little thing called respect, Jake. He wanted us to write a note to both him and our art teacher because we didn't respect them. Which I think it's a little bit ridiculous when he can't remember my name. If anyone needs respect, I feel that I should give him enough respect that he gives me.
You know what? I think we should try spelling this out.
Try spelling what out?
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
R-E-S-P-C-T. I probably just messed up some, but I don't give a fuck. But it's whatever. Back to the story. But anyways, we leave the room, and what does Benny do, Jake?
He starts insulting Mr. Wagner, who just so happens to be standing right behind him.
What do you say, Jake?
Well, first off, that's a fuck ton of money.
And the door wasn't even shut. And when someone swears in high school, it's the funniest thing ever.
Because it echoes. It echoes a lot.
It echoes a lot. But anyways, we're walking down the hallway just laughing. And I turn around and our bio teacher's looking us right in the eye with a scorn look. Scorn look. Scorn a word? Scowl with a scowl on his face. But is scorn a word? I just made that.
Yeah.
Scorned. But anyways, we go back to class and everything's fine. I apologize to our teacher and all that stuff, even though I tried doing the right thing. So school gets out and I go to the car and my dad picks me up and I'm like, well, guess what happened today? He's like, what? He's like, what? And I'm like, I gotta pay the school $20 because we decided to split the money up equally. So I've never seen my dad this angry before in my life, and I compare my dad to Red Foreman from that 70s show. Is my dad like Red Foreman, Jake? Or Fez? Fez? Is my dad like Red Foreman?
If Red Foreman ever had roid rage.
Roid rage. Don't mess with them steroids, kids.
Or do.
Or don't.
Well, do you want to win high school sports?
I don't play high school sports.
That's because you're not on steroids.
Strucky! But anyways, my dad's raging. He's raging mad. If I would have asked him if he was mad, bro, I probably would have been punched or jab slapped.
Maybe jab slapped.
Jab slapped. But anyways, my mom gets mad, calls Jake's mom. Jake's moms get mad. Mom, he doesn't have two moms. What's your mom do? Nothing.
Well, she backhands me if that counts.
Now, my mom called the school saying, why does my son have to pay $20 for trying to do the right thing? And then that very next day, our principal comes up to me in the hallway. He's like, so this whole skull thing sorted out? And I'm like, I guess. I don't know. He's like, oh, well, as soon as I heard your name, I knew that something was wrong. And that made me feel good. What should kids do?
Defend the objective.
What?
Kids should be goody two-shoes, right, Jake? That's some good shit, right?
What? Where'd those Doritos go? Oh shit, yeah. Were you saying something?
I'm so full of joy right now. So full of joy. But anyways, that is the story of Benny and the skull. So this game is finishing up. I think I go 13-5. If you enjoyed this story or whatever and want more, I'm sorry it's late and other ones will be better, but it's whatever. I wanted to get this one done and out of the way. I got a few more games that are pretty good, I guess, whatever you consider pretty good. And I guess I could talk and ramble on for another 2 minutes talking about something else, or I can just stop now.
Just stop now. For the love of
It's
God.
whatever. Jake, I swear to God, bro. I'm mad.
I can't hear you over these pretzels. They're fucking delicious.
That's all it's gonna be, is Jake eating Doritos and pretzels and munchies,
Once he's getting them.
because he's got the munchies.
Oh well.
Trollolololo. Well, that's it, guys. It's the victory, and you have a nice day. Would you look at that?
What you want?
13-5.